Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka GLauren33. I am back here today with a live reaction for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 66. We are finally at the end, the climactic battle of the Moro arc. The final battle is here. 2 years ago, today actually, when I'm recording this, on November 20th, that's when the Moro arc started, back in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 41. And here we are, 24 chapters later, 2 years later, with Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 66 on November 20th, 2020. And it's been a long journey. All right. And the big question is, will Tortaro stick the landing? Could he do it? Will he do it? Everything's been building up. And a lot of people trying to decide whether they think this is the best arc of Dragon Ball Super so far. It's all going to depend on the ending. Could Tortaro nail the ending? Well, we're going to find out right here. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm excited to get into this chapter. If you guys remember, in chapter 65, right at the end, we saw Moro fuse with planet Earth, and Ultra Instinct Goku was in shock because we told him that if Goku didn't do something to take Moro down right here and now, not only would the Earth be put in danger, but the entire galaxy, because of all the energy swelling up in Moro's body because he could not handle the power of Beerus. All right. So let's see how Goku's going to get into this. Let's see if Goku can find a way to take Moro down and save the day and save the Earth. So I'm excited. Let's go. So chapter 66, Moro, Consumer of Worlds. And that kind of makes sense, when we first met Moro, we found out he was a planet eater. Now here we are in this climactic battle, Moro, Consumer of Worlds. So we see everybody's been healed, right? We see 17, 18, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Dende. And then Gohan starts to feel his body getting heavy. So Moro and Moro's absorbing energy from everything, the planet, the resources, the citizens, everything around him. So Vegeta questions if Moro is absorbing their energy. The reason why this is happening is because Vegeta is stronger than the rest of the Z fighters. He has a higher power level, so it's going to take a lot more of Moro absorbing his energy before he feels it. It's going to have an impact on Piccolo and Gohan a little bit quicker since they're a lot weaker than Vegeta. And 17 and 18, I don't think it has much of an impact because remember, they're androids. They don't lose energy. They have unlimited stamina. And one thing is, you see around the world, you can see citizens are very tired because this is all Moro absorbing their energy. And you can see he's happy. He's saying, the Earth's energy is mine. All mine. And Ultra Instinct Goku's like, quit it, Moro. And we see Moro send a left hand his way, but Goku easily is able to send it back. You guys got to remember, no matter what, Moro was never ever stronger than Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Even now that he's fused with planet Earth, he's still not stronger. This is not a question of strength. This is a question of strategy. What can Goku do? We're not questioning Goku's power, but we're questioning if he has the technique and the strategy enough to figure out how to take Moro out of the Earth without, blowing the planet up, saving himself and everybody else on it. So I love this. We see Moro trying to hit him with different hands, and Goku's just pushing everything back with his Ultra Instinct strength. But we see other arms just coming up from each and every direction. All right. And Moro explains it saying, my body is not the planet itself. I can catch you from anywhere. So Goku's like, he doesn't really know how to handle this. But it's a pretty cool visual. You see Goku dodging all these hands because, like I said, Goku with Ultra Instinct, the speed and the strength, he's still far stronger than Moro. So, we says this is bad. Simply dodging those attacks may avoid detonation, but Moro's energy continues to swell. So, Whis does say there is one way to win, but he's not sure if Goku can manage it. So it looks like Beerus finally, after 5 years, right? The Dragon Ball Super manga has been going on for 5 years. It looks like Beerus is actually going to get involved. Other than, killing, Zamasu, back in the Goku Black arc before he turned evil. But it looks like Beerus is actually going to do something. So he says, it's a special case, so I'll lend a hand. I'm in big trouble if the other gods of destruction see me do this. So let's make it quick. So I don't know. Maybe Beerus was gonna Hakai Moro. Maybe. We have no idea what Moro or what Beerus had planned here, but he was gonna get involved. But right at that moment, we see that Whis he gets a summon from the Grand Priest. All right, and clearly this is because of mirrors, right? So basically, the Grand Priest probably had sensed Mirrors' energy. That's one of his children, right? Remember, we mirrors their brothers, and all the God of Destruction angels, right? All their angels are children of the Grand Priest. So he had the sense that one of his children had died. One of the angels are gone. So he wants to know what the hell happened. So that's gonna be very interesting. All right. Remember, we're gonna see that interaction in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 67. Will the Grand Priest be mad? Will he be, will he be sad? How is he gonna react? I cannot wait to see that. So Beerus, when he hears this, he goes into a panic, and then he tells Whis we must leave now, right? And then he tells Krillin and Jacko that I don't care what happened to your planet, even though we know Beerus cares about Earth, right? Because deep down, we know Beerus cares about Goku and Vegeta and Bulma, right? He loves the food, but we all know he cares about them as well. He just won't admit it. He's too prideful for that. But as they're getting ready to depart, we see Whis. He goes over to Goku, and I like this. So Whis with one finger is able to hold freaking Moro back. So as strong as Goku is, he's not on angel level. He's not on angel yet, or at least not yet, right? But he tells Goku, of course, that to win, he has to shatter the crystal inside Moro's forehead. And this makes sense, right? Because remember, we saw Mirrors do it just a couple chapters before when he was about to disappear and sacrifice himself for Goku to go master the UI. And if you guys remember, just last chapter, Goku told Moro when Moro started, expanding, right? Goku told Moro, let go of Mirrors' power, right, before you get destroyed by it. So now, even with Moro fused with planet Earth, I'm kind of surprised that Goku still didn't come up with the logic like, all right, if I destroy that crystal, I'll be able to win. So it's kind of, it's kind of a little confusing there. But either way, Whis telling Goku how to get the job done, it doesn't bother me that too much. I know some people are gonna get a little bit bothered by that, but it's all right. It's whatever. It's not. Whis isn't actually getting involved. He's just telling Goku this is what you got to do, right? So I love this. Whis tells Goku, have faith in your own strength. I kind of like that. There's like a philosophical side about that. Having faith, having belief that you'll persevere any challenge and be able to rise above it. So I like that. So here you have Goku and Master UI, right? He has the power of the gods. He's on a whole nother level by himself when it comes to mortals. But now he's still having those doubts that he can get this done. And it kind of brings into that dynamic between Whis and Mirrors. Whis, remember, Mirrors was a trainee angel. Whis is a full angel. So it's kind of like, remember, Whis has more experience than Mirrors, even though Mirrors did teach Goku how to master, Ultra Instinct. So I kind of like this little small interaction here. And then Beerus, funny comedic relief. We always have these in these chapters. It's classic Dragon Ball. Beerus tells Goku, save some Earth food if you can't save the planet. So I like that. And then they leave. And I'm not mad at this. Beerus and Whis not getting involved, leaving Goku to figure this out by himself. No problem with that, really. So you can notice, and I love this panel over here, but Moro just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? But Goku says if he doesn't do anything soon, the planet is gonna get destroyed. And as he's getting bigger, you can see the crystal getting absorbed into his forehead. But right at that moment, we see Vegeta come in, and I love this panel. It's like Vegeta becoming Iron Man in a way, right? He comes in, whoo, and then he starts doing spirit separation. I absolutely love it. Love it. And you can see, he starts more kind of deflates like a little balloon. So I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. And I love Vegeta's pounding the earth. Pound, 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 pound. That's actually wicked cool, not gonna lie. And I love how Vegeta's coming in here at this last moment, man. I love it. Iron Vegeta. That's what I'm gonna call this scene. Iron Vegeta, especially when it gets animated. I absolutely love this panel. And you can see because, he's deflating a little bit, you can see the crystals becoming more apparent. So Goku, all right, congrats Vegeta. And then Vegeta's like, enough yapping. Destroy that blasted crystal. I can only rip apart spirit energy from him for so long. But yes, using pure separation, it is taxing on the body, right? And you got to also remember that Moro, at the same time, while Vegeta is using spirit fission, Moro is still absorbing energy from the planet. That's why he's getting bigger and bigger. So Vegeta can only use spirit separation to, limit the amount of energy Moro is absorbing for a certain amount of time. Because once, Moro's ability to absorb energy causes Vegeta to go back into his base form, then Moro's is going to go back to getting bigger and bigger because of the energy he's absorbing, which makes sense. Makes sense. But I am a little confused here. How did Vegeta know that the beat Moro was to destroy the crystal? He wasn't there unless, he was flying over and he like freaking Vegeta has hearing of a god, right? And he heard Beerus and Whis tell Goku this is what you gotta do. Or maybe Piccolo was flying because I believe yeah, here's the others. So I believe maybe Piccolo was flying behind Vegeta a little bit, and he was using his hearing and hear what Beerus and Whis were telling Goku, and then he yelled at Vegeta, "This is what we gotta do." Maybe. I don't, but we don't have any concrete explanation for how Vegeta knew to defeat Moro, you have to destroy the crystal. All right, but I love this panel right here. Goku with his fist. This is classic Dragon Ball. This reminds me, I forget what scene it is, but Goku did this in Dragon Ball. I'm talking about when he was a kid. Goku puts up the fist and he's like, everything's riding on this fist of mine. People are going to say dragon fist, but I don't think that's the case. But still, we see Goku fly up the mountain to Moro. And I love this. Using Ultra Instinct, of course, he's just flying through. Moro's trying to catch him. And these are great. Goku punching through Moro's hands like butter. This is actually wicked cool, man. Wicked cool. And he gets right up close to Moro. And right as he's about to get there, Moro is able to use those hands, revert them, and harden them up, where he's actually able to catch and squeeze Goku. So it's not that Goku's not strong enough; it's just he can't get over there. All right, and I love how Vegeta's like, "Come on, enough of this nonsense." All right, Vegeta's like, "I'm at my limit, so do it already." He's draining me faster than I can strip him of his spirit, just like I just mentioned a couple minutes ago. So Goku's like, darn, Mirrors did it, so why can't I? I guess I still don't have enough God power. And then Jackal hears this, right? And he thinks God power. Ooh. Ooh, Jackal coming up clutch. Jackal may not be a fighter, but he's smart. Remember, Jackal was the guy in Universe 6. Remember during the Universe 6, Universe 7 tournament, Jackal was the guy who noticed. He's the guy that noticed that Hit had a time skip technique. All right. He was also the guy that noticed that Frost, right? Frost was hiding a needle in his wrist, which was how he was able to poison Goku and Piccolo during the tournament. So remember, Jackal, very smart. I love how they're using these side characters who may not be fighters, right? But they're using, IQ and, strategy to beat Moro together. So I love that element right there. So Jackal runs off. And Goku goes all the way back the base form. And Vegeta's like, don't power down, Kakarot. All right? And Goku's like, sorry, my power is getting sucked away. And Vegeta's like, of all that. I love it. I love it here. Vegeta doesn't want Goku to power down. Like, Kakarot, what are you doing? Love that. So the rest of the Dragon team get to the battlefield. We see Krillin. We see Yamcha, Chachu's there, and we know Chachu's not strong at all, but I just love that he's there, trying to help in any way he can. We see Tien, we see all of them there. And then Piccolo, so Piccolo with some ideas. This reminds me so much of the end of the Cell saga, right, with Gohan versus Cell. It also reminds me of the Buu saga, like everybody having to team up to take the enemy down, even though they know they're not as strong. So I'm loving this. So Piccolo's like, your spirit fission, can you do it in reverse? I'm asking if you can gather it up your ki and give it to Goku. I love this. So spirit fission, you can do it multiple ways. You can separate energy, but you can also give energy. So I'm loving that. And Vegeta's like, yes, it's possible. It's the same principle. Great. You need to give our key to them. Yeah, because they were all just healed by Dende. All right. So I love this. And so Vegeta with one hand, he's still trying to, use the energy he has left to use Spirit Fission on Moro, but he's also using his other hand to use Spirit Fission to collect energy from everyone else so he can give it to Goku. I love it. All right. And Piccolo's like, hopefully it's a gift worth giving. I love it. Love it. This reminds me of the Cell Saga. Or not the Cell Saga. Well, it reminds me of the Cell Saga, like I just said, and the Buu Saga, but it also reminds me of the early Saiyan Saga. Right before, when Vegeta and Nappa came to Earth with the Cybermen and all the Dragon Team lined up, ready to go. This is kind of what it reminds me of. It's like teamwork. Loving this right here. The character development for Vegeta was great. Great. I know Vegeta fans want Vegeta to get the ultimate dub, but you guys gotta look at this, man. Vegeta is absolutely crucial in them winning. If Vegeta's not here, they have no chance. No chance. Vegeta's Spirit Fission coming into play. I told you guys this. Man, they weren't just gonna have Vegeta use Spirit Fission from one chapter and that be that. They had Vegeta spend all that time on Yardrat learning that technique so that he could use in the final battle to defeat Moro. And that's exactly what's happening here. Love it. So Piccolo, using his telepathic skills, he goes up to King Kai, or not King Kai, to the lookout, and he's like, gather energy from everyone at the sanctuary, the lookout, and send it our way. So I love it. Everybody. So even the weaklings, man, there's not many strong people on the lookout. Look at these guys, man. But they're all working together to do what they can to help win. Like you got Chi-Chi, you got Pilaf's gang, you got Videl and Pan, Hercule, Bulma, Maroon. No, not Maroon, Marin. What the hell am I saying? Popo, loving that. And all these guys are weaklings. All of them. Like, I don't even think together they could be the Cybermen, but still, I love how everyone's trying to do their part. And then, Piccolo gets in touch with Goten and Trunks. Love that. And Goten and Trunks, I love how they're wearing the MIR shirts, right? I love how they're wearing the Ranger shirts. And then, they're sending energy over, but they're also mad that they're not involved in this battle. No one told them there was a big fight going on. I really do hope in the future of Super we get to see more of Goten and Trunks. Like, if there have been any characters that have not been used correctly in Super, it's Goten and Trunks. Like how we've seen Yamcha fight more in Super than Goten and Trunks. That is a shame. That is a shame. And they're supposed to be the next generation. They're supposed to be the offspring of Goku and Vegeta. Like, come on. We could do better. All right? But I love it. Vegeta can tell where the energy is coming from because he recognizes the key signatures. And Vegeta also adds his own energy in the mix. Love it. Love it. So Vegeta being selfless. Not selfish, selfless. Because think about it, guys, man. This is the same guy who was hit by a spirit palm in the Saiyan Saga, the same guy that, didn't want to give Goku energy to do a spirit bomb on Jiren during the Tournament of Power, but here he is now, being selfless just because he wants to save his home from this bastard Moro. Love it. Great stuff for Vegeta here. Love it, man. Moving on. So they send the energy to Goku, and you can see he starts powering up. Right, you can see his the colors change, and you can see huge energy coming out of him. So they're like, "Go, do it!" But you see, Goku can only get into Super Saiyan Blue. He's not able to go all the way to Ultra Instinct because all their energy together was not enough. And you guys got to remember, basically, most of that energy, I would say, maybe about 75% of that energy that Goku's using right now is from Vegeta, because you guys can see Vegeta's back in base form. So after Vegeta gave that energy to Goku, he went back into base form. So I would say most of this energy is Vegeta's, and then the rest is from the others. All right. And I love Vegeta being smart. He's like, it's not won't, he can't. Not even energy from all of us is enough. Love that. And you see everybody else it's not enough. Oh man, Dendy's like, I'm sorry, Goku. My own divine power is still developing, so it didn't do much to help you. Because remember, Dende is still young. Right? He's not fully grown. And Bulma's tired as well. Bulma says, I don't know the whole story, but I guess ordinary energy doesn't cut it. I like that because one of the themes of Super is divine energy. So I kind of like how they made mention of that. But we see Jacko's spaceship. he gets over, and he's like, "Where's Majin Buu? We need his power." And he said he's sleeping there. So this whole time, Majin Buu's been asleep in the on the lookout. Couldn't Majin Buu just had switched places with Daikaio Shin? Buu could have slept while Daikaio Shin is trying to help. I find that hilarious. But you can see now Goku's getting absolutely freaking squashed here. This is grade A Vegeta on another level. But you can see Moro's also getting bigger and uglier. You know, look at I can barely recognize this fool. Look at him, man. Huh. But Goku's like, sorry guys, this is all my fault. So Goku apologizing for what happened. Goku apologizing for what happened with the sensu bean, right? And the sensu bean easily the worst decision they made of this arc. If you take that out, I wouldn't have many complaints. All right, I would not have many complaints, but that's crazy. Yamcha suggests, couldn't we leave the planet for now and use the Dragon Balls to fix everything? Even if the ones on Earth are lost, right? What we can get those gigantic ones in space. Mm. And Kron's like, won't work. When Moro explodes, the whole galaxy goes with him. Mm. So if this happens, everyone's dying. It's not just them. It's not just them. Wow. And look at Moro, man. Oh, I love it. Vegeta's like, that mantra has already gone insane. Look at him. Like his conscience is gone. This dude's so addicted with stealing power and consuming planets that he's going insane. He doesn't realize that when he blows up, he's dying as well. But he doesn't care at this point, man. Look at him. And Kron's like, we can't let Goku die like that, getting squeezed to a pulp. Oh man, so Crone's suggesting like they're all gonna die together. So at least try to get Goku out of Moro's hands and not let him get squeezed to death. Hmm. And Yamcha's like, great. After everything, I'm gonna die a bachelor. Oh please. And Shatsu notices that there's a giant ball of energy. Look at the shading. This is classic Dragon Ball. For those of you guys who have read DBZ and Dragon Ball, when in big moments, the shading will just get upgraded. Look at this shading. Oh, man. Ooh. And Vegeta's like, where did this power come from? And Goku senses God power. He senses divine strength. This is not normal energy. This is divine energy. Beerus and Whis are not on the planet. Vegeta's already been drained. There's only one person left other than those names and Goku that has divine energy on the planet. And oh, I love it. I love this. Vegeta's like, who sent this? And we look over, we see the Daikaio-shin. I want to know, how the hell did the Daikaio-shin get over the Oob's village so fast? Maybe I guess they probably just took the lookout. Because the lookout can, travel. So probably that's what happened. But you can see there is Oob, the good version of Majin Buu. All right, Fat Buu he's a different version of Buu. We already know this, but we know that Kid Buu, right, the evil Majin Buu, the one that Goku destroyed in the Buu Saga, he was reincarnated as Oob. This is actually Oob's second appearance in the Dragon Ball Super manga. If you guys remember during the Tournament of Power, this was way back, like maybe Super Volume 5, maybe, but this was way back. And we saw during that time that Goku was introduced to Oob. They didn't meet each other, but Oob did see Goku in the sky. So, and Goku knows who Oob is. This could be a huge teaser for the future of Dragon Ball Super, because they're talking about God Ki. Because remember, it was revealed earlier in this arc at the beginning that Evil Buu had Divine Ki. That was one of the reasons why he was so hard for Goku and Vegeta to beat during the Buu Saga. And now that he's reincarnated as a good guy here with Oob, right? He possesses that Divine Ki. And like I said earlier, a trait or a theme of Dragon Ball Super is divine energy. Love that. Absolutely love that. All right. So Dede says it's Oob. It's Oob. Oob had that power all along. Wow. And then here's the explanation. Of course, the great lords of Lord. So the Daikaio-shin, right? Must have gone to the evil half of Majin Buu during the split. You remember, This was explained to us earlier in the arc by it was either Miris or Jacko. It was one of those two. But I remember they did explain this to us way, way back at the beginning of the Moro Saga. So Oob got the divine energy. That's awesome. Like this is you guys need to realize this could be a perfect transition into the next saga. This could be a perfect transition to the end of Z. I would not be surprised if the next arc they start by just explaining what happened at the end of Z because I don't think they need to retell the entire chapter or that entire mini saga. They can just give a couple bullet points since a lot of people have already seen Dragon Ball Z and what happens at the end of the show, and then they can just go from there with Goku and Vegeta training Oob and Broly and all this. So I love where this is going. So we find out Oob inherited that divine energy. I love it, man. And Jackal's like, Oob, Evil Boo's reincarnation was born on Earth. What a lucky break. And Bulma and Hercule have no idea about this. Of course they don't. There's only a few people that know. Goku, Dende, Jacko, even Vegeta doesn't even know yet. But Oob is like, is this right? I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, yes, that's perfect. Thank you. And sorry for the sudden trouble. I love this. So Vegeta takes that ball of energy and he's like, whoever's energy is this, take it and use it for another round of Ultra Instinct. So Vegeta giving him the message like, take this, bro, take this, my rival, take this and let's get this dub and go home. Loved it. And look how huge Moro. The artwork is amazing, man. You can barely see Goku in this panel. Oh my gosh. But here comes the Spirit Bomb. This is basically all Oob's energy. And think about this. Because of Oob's energy, Goku is able to go from base form all the way to Master Ultra Instinct. Think about that. Think how strong Oob is. And he has no idea what potential lies within him. Oh my gosh. But you can see it causes such a ripple effect on the earth. And we see Goku, he does power up into Master Ultra Instinct. And Goku goes full Titan mode. Alright? I know some people have been comparing this to Naruto and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I like to call it Titan mode Goku. This is clearly Goku manifesting his ki as in Master Ultra Instinct. He's clearly manifesting his ki here. And he's able to expand. Remember on Yardrad, we know that some of the Yardradians had this technique where they're able, I think it was called genification, where you can expand yourself and lower yourself to different sizes. Maybe Goku learned that technique all the way back in Dragon Ball Z, right? When he did spend time on Planet Yardrad and thought he didn't need to use it till now. Maybe, right? But either way, man, I absolutely love this. Everybody's in shock. They have no idea what's going on. But these panels are absolutely amazing. Goku pushing down on Moro. Everyone is shocked. Just look at him. Oh, Moro looks ugly. I can't even recognize the dude anymore. But then we zoom in, and this artwork is incredible. We zoom in, and we see Goku, his real body, and he opens his eyes. Oh my gosh. And you can see he gets in the stance. He's looking straight at Moro. When this gets animated, oh my gosh. He gets straight down in the stance, flies at Moro, and he's like, honey. Remember what Goku said? This fist of mine. So it's going to take one punch from Master Ultra to Goku. He comes in with a hard punch. You can see, we get 3 different frames. We get to see the punch from 3 different angles. Everyone is watching. Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, they're all watching. And look at this one. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. Right on Moro's dome piece. Absolutely incredible. And you can see a huge ripple effect. Whis looks back as him and Beerus are traveling to the Grand Priestess Palace. And he smiles knowing that Goku has gotten the job done. We come back and we see crack, 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 crack. Moro absolutely explodes because now that the crystal has been broken, he no longer has access to Beerus's angel powers, right? And look at that. Boom. Huge explosion. The earth is saved. And here we go. The last pages of the chapter. You see debris everywhere and smoke. We see all the Z-Fighters get up. Krillin gets up. And Krillin's like, what happened? Piccolo uh, and Vegeta in the sky. And Krillin's like, did he really do it? Did Goku win? Piccolo has a smile on his face and he points in Goku's direction. I love how we can't see Vegeta's face. I really want to see. I hope next chapter, like the first image is Vegeta smiling. I hope that's the case. Because we look over, we see where Moro was just standing a couple seconds ago. Goku is standing there. He looks back. Krillin and Gohan are excited. Krillin's like Goku. Gohan's like Dad. And Goku gives the thumbs up. Battle finished. Saga over. Another dub for the good guys. A dub for the Dragon team. Goku and company win. Chapter ends. Next chapter, December 20th, the official wrap up, the aftermath. We'll see what happens with Beerus and Whis when they go to talk with the Grand Priest. I cannot wait to see that. That's exciting. And I can't wait to see how Goku encounters the others. What's the aftermath of this? This will be the wrap up. And finally, the Moro Saga has been complete. What a fantastic ending, man. Goku using Master Ultra Instinct, but he needed help because of, Moro's energy powers. And I'm not mad about that because remember, this started with one of the great things about Moro at the beginning of the arc, at least, because he was unique. He had magic powers, absorbing energy, all this. Now here we are, and he got away from that a little bit. He started just becoming a normal martial artist. He wasn't using those magic abilities that he had, relied on so heavily earlier in the arc. And then we come here and he's absorbing Earth, and Goku, as strong as he is, should be able to get the job done. But the energy of Moro is still a problem. So Vegeta being a MVP, Jacko being an MVP, being an MVP, Piccolo being an MVP. Those are my big MVPs for this final battle. All of them had a role. And without help from every single last one of them, Goku would not have been able to get the victory and defeat Moro. No way in hell. All right, I'm convinced of that. But either way, this was a fantastic chapter, a great way to end the saga. And we're going to be doing a full arc review and streams and discussions, right? So I have so many videos planned as we continue to talk about the Moro arc and its legacy. But I will end this video by saying this. This is easily Dragon Ball Super's best arc. All right? I love the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, but I don't count that as an arc, really. I just count that as a movie. It's in Dragon Ball Super's continuity, but if we're talking about arcs, like manga and anime, this was Dragon Ball Super's best arc. There was a lot. It wasn't perfect, all right? There were problems with it, but all in all, this was a fantastic story, a fantastic arc, right? Goku and Ultra Instinct and Mirrors. We'll see if Mirrors does come back. Will the Grand Priest bring him back? What's going to happen there? Can't wait to see that. But Goku fulfills his promise to Mirrors, and he's able to protect the galaxy. Vegeta was great in this arc. The character development that Vegeta got was fantastic. Love it. Seeing make the appearance. So many good things. So many good things. And I cannot wait to see how they wrap it all up next chapter. But all in all, this was a fantastic way to wrap things up. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. Did you guys enjoy the arc? Did you guys enjoy this chapter? Do you think they could have done the ending a little bit better? Like I said, it wasn't perfect, but, Tortaro, he did a good job. He did a good job. All right. Take out, some of Piccolo's dialogue from a couple earlier chapters and the Goku giving Moro a senzu bean, and I would almost say that I would have an even greater opinion of this arc. But all in all, they did good. They did good. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Like, once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was a long reaction, and I knew it was going to be that way because this is the end of the Moro Saga. So I wanted to spend a little bit more time analyzing and reacting and talking about this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, leave a like on the video if you guys did. Subscribe if you guys are new. Enable notifications by clicking the button next to my name, Fitzmunk TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace.